Hey, what's going on, people? I hope you guys are doing good. So I'm here in China for the launch of the brand new Find X8 Ultra from Oppo. This phone is a powerhouse, and I've partnered with Oppo to tell you all about it. So in this video, we're going to cover several tips and tricks and how you can get the most out of this phone. It's powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite processor with up to 16 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. This phone is a powerhouse, and it's more than ready for whatever daily task you want to throw at it, including gaming. There's a massive 6,100 mAh silicon carbon battery that supports 100 watt SUPERVOOC charging and 50 watt AIRVOOC wireless charging. But that's not all. The Oppo Find X8 Ultra has an incredible design. In fact, it's probably one of my favorite designs on any modern smartphone, but it has two buttons that you need to be aware of, including the quick button and the shortcut button. Let me tell you all about it. The Oppo Find X8 Pro introduced the quick button, which allowed for quick access to the camera by double pressing it. A single press when inside the camera app will trigger the shutter or start and stop recording. Swiping while holding the phone in landscape allows you to zoom in and out, and long pressing it will trigger burst shooting, which is perfect for capturing motion or action. The Find X8 Ultra builds on this foundation by fine-tuning the experience with the second generation of the quick button. To access the quick button settings, you need to go into the camera app and go into the camera settings. Scroll down until you see quick button and tap on that. Once inside, you can customize several things. Starting at the top, you could change which app opens when double pressing the quick button. The options are limited, but it is nice to see other apps are available since the Find X8 Pro only allowed for the stock camera app when it was initially launched. Next, there's an option to open the camera and immediately take a photo versus just opening the camera app. Personally, I would leave this toggled off as I never have found it useful. Then we have a toggle to disable the single press for capturing a photo or starting and stopping recording. Beneath that, there's a toggle to enable or disable the slide to zoom feature. Lastly, there's a pressure sensitivity slider for adjusting how sensitive the quick button is. If you find yourself accidentally pressing the quick button a lot or zooming in and zooming out accidentally when holding your phone, then you can increase the sensitivity, or vice versa if you find the button to be unresponsive whenever you press it. To go along with the quick button, Oppo added a new button to the Find X8 Ultra called the shortcut button. This allows you to quickly access certain features or commands simply by holding down the button. For instance, I have mine set up to cycle through the different volume modes. To customize the shortcut button, you can go into the main settings, scroll down until you see shortcut button, and then tap on that. By default, Memo Clip is selected, which recognizes and stores content being displayed on the screen, and then it will store it as a memory. Swiping over shows other options, such as sound and vibration, which is the one that I'm currently using. Then we have Do Not Disturb, the ability to launch a specific camera mode, such as photo or master mode, enable and disable the flashlight, quickly add a voice or audio recording, start the onboard translator, quickly take a screenshot, or you can disable the button altogether. You know, one thing I love about this phone is the display. The Find X8 Ultra has a beautiful 6.8-inch Quad HD Plus 120Hz LTPO display with a brightness of 800 nits for typical use, 1600 nits for outdoor use, and 2500 nits for enhanced HDR. Speaking of, it supports Dolby Vision, which delivers incredible dynamic range and vivid colors when playing back supported content. It can also be used in the rain or when your hands are wet thanks to Splash Touch. To top it all off, the display is flat with 1.4mm symmetrical bezels, and it looks stunning in person. But there's a few things that you need to be aware of in order to get the most out of it, so let me tell you all about those things. You're going to want to dive into the settings and go under Display and Brightness. From here, you could adjust the screen color mode. By default, the natural color mode is selected, and personally, I find this to be the best for the majority of people that want accurate colors for photo and video editing. However, I suggest changing the color temperature from default to cold as it takes away the warmish or yellow tint of the white tones. Now, if you're a professional, you can always try out the Pro mode, which supports D65 color temperature, but if you prefer a punchier look with more saturation, select Vivid. There's a few other settings inside of Display and Brightness that may help you get the most out of your display, including screen attention. This setting will make sure the display stays on as long as you're looking at it, rather than going by a specific amount of time. Just keep in mind that this does take advantage of the front-facing camera, so it will affect battery life. You can also adjust the screen resolution. If you want the most battery life, you can keep it at Full HD Plus all the time, which honestly looks great. On the flip side, you could choose Quad HD Plus if you want the highest quality or highest resolution all the time. Lastly, there's an auto option, which will adjust the resolution automatically depending on the content that you're viewing. Now, to go along with selecting a resolution, you can also select the refresh rate. Again, if you want the best battery life, you can select 60 Hz. If you want the smoothest experience all the time, select 120 Hz. But personally, I would just leave it in auto, which will automatically adjust the refresh rate depending on the content being displayed, and it's going to give you a good balance between battery life and performance. So one thing you might notice immediately after using this phone is how good the haptic engine is, but there's a couple settings inside the main settings that you might want to tweak in order to get the most out of it. So let me show you those. But man, I gotta tell you, the haptic engine on this phone is one of the best out there. It feels incredible. The Find X8 Ultra uses the latest O-Haptics engine, which is arguably the best feeling haptics on any phone to date. Not only does it make the experience more enjoyable, but it adds to the immersion, especially when gaming. If you want to tweak the way these vibrations feel, you can go into the main settings, select sounds and vibration, scroll all the way down and select haptics. Pressing the play button at the top will give you a full demo of what the haptic engine is capable of. To adjust the intensity of the vibrations, you can use the haptic intensity slider. You can always tap on how touches feel and pick from crisp or gentle as well. Gentle tends to be a longer, deeper vibration, which I personally prefer. Now, before we move on, I have one more tip for you inside of sound and vibration settings. If you want to enable spatial audio, go under Hollow Audio. This not only works for the onboard speakers, but also multiple Bluetooth devices, and it can be customized. Now, I personally have not tried this out yet, so let me know how it works out for you. I'm definitely going to give it a try, but I discovered it whenever I was looking for the O-Haptic engine settings. The cameras on the Find X8 Ultra are absolutely incredible. The Oppo Find X8 Ultra sports a quad 50 megapixel camera system that Oppo is calling the next-gen Penta camera system. What makes this camera system really intriguing is the addition of a 23mm True Chroma camera, which is specifically designed to capture the proper white balance of an image. Rather than using the entire image to select the white balance like traditional cameras, the True Chroma camera segments the image into a 6x8 grid and records each region's color temperature individually. This enables more precise auto white balance with skin tones and during scenes with high contrasting warm and blue tones. This works in conjunction with Oppo's Hypertone image engine, which powers their in-house computational photography. I was able to get a behind-the-scenes look at how they test everything out, and it was crazy to see. Oppo does extensive lab testing in multiple scenarios using repeatable tests in order to ensure the best quality possible when it comes to their smartphone cameras. Obviously, based on the samples that you're seeing right now, you can clearly see Oppo has created an insane camera system for the Find X8 Ultra. I was beyond impressed, especially with how accurate the portrait mode processing is and how well it's able to detect the subject from the background. Even though there's a lot to love about the camera setup on the Find X8 Ultra, there's still a lot of things that you need to be aware of in order to get the most out of it. So let's go over several camera tips and tricks to help you get the most out of this incredible camera system. Okay, so let's start with the high-res mode, since it can be a bit confusing. If you want to take advantage of the full 50 megapixel sensor, you're going to select the dedicated high-res photo mode located under More. Now, this specific mode isn't anything new. However, if you dive into the camera settings, select formats, and toggle on high res, this will allow you to take 25 megapixel photos on all 4 cameras, which delivers images with plenty of detail while being smaller in size than the typical 50 megapixel shots from the dedicated high res mode. Just keep in mind, in low light situations, the camera will default back to the 12.5 megapixels for optimal image quality. If you've ever recorded a video only for it to be ruined by white balance changes, you should probably enable lock white balance inside of the camera settings. This feature will automatically lock the white balance whenever you press the record button in video mode. Another cool feature on the Find X8 Ultra are the macro capabilities. You can use both the 3x telephoto and 6x telephoto. Macro mode will automatically kick in once you're at the appropriate distance. However, if you want to take things further, you can enable the macro mode by tapping on the symbol up at the top. This will also give you 2 more options: natural blur and full clarity. Natural blur will blur out the areas around what's in focus, and it really directs your attention to the subject. Full clarity does the exact opposite. It's going to keep everything sharp and in focus. Both definitely have their purposes, so try them out with different angles and subjects to see what works best for you. Next up, we have support for 4K at 120 frames per second with Dolby Vision support, which is available on the main camera and the 3x telephoto. You definitely have to try this out. The quality is amazing, and you're able to capture beautiful slow motion video with tons of dynamic range. If 4K 120 isn't your thing, then maybe 4K 60 is. It supports Dolby Vision, and it's available on every single camera, including the front-facing camera, which is awesome. Again, the quality is outstanding. Whether you're planning on slowing the 4K 60 frames per second down for slow motion video, or upload the content as it is to get that reality TV type of look, you're not going to be disappointed. One thing that really surprised me is how good the stabilization is on the Find X8 Ultra. It's absolutely insane, even when going past the 6x optical zoom and venturing off into digital zoom. It may seem a bit jittery at first, but once it locks in, it's unreal. Of course, to go along with the incredible optical stabilization, we have updated ultra steady stabilization, which works like a boss. Master mode is something that will help you get the most out of the cameras on the Find X8 Ultra, especially if you're into manual controls. But even if you don't want to shoot in manual mode, Master Mode does have an auto setting, which allows you to take advantage of everything Master Mode has to offer without needing to adjust any settings manually. The benefit to using Master Mode is the ability to tweak and customize the different Hasselblad filters, so you can really dial in a look or looks for different scenes. If you prefer to fine-tune your photos in post and love editing, you can take advantage of RAW capture inside of Master Mode as well. Now, just a quick heads up, the max variance of both JPEG and RAW allows you to take advantage of the full 50 megapixels of each sensor. Underwater mode is a personal favorite of mine since I do a lot of underwater camera comparisons. When using underwater mode, it's going to lock the screen in order to avoid the water interfering with the recording. Once finished, it's going to activate the speakers to push out any water that may be stuck inside the speaker port. It works really well, and it's perfect to capture shots in shallow fresh water like natural springs. Last but not least, I can't talk about camera features without mentioning the X-Pan mode that replicates the amazing and iconic X-Pan Hasselblad camera. It captures a super wide photo in either color or black and white. It can honestly turn a dull scene into something very special. I know this mode isn't new, but I highly recommend trying it, especially with the Find X8 Ultra's superior optics. The Find X8 Ultra has a powerful editor, whether you're looking for photos or videos, so let's go over everything right now. The Find X8 Ultra has several AI-powered editing tools. To access them, go into the Gallery app, find a photo, tap Edit, and select AI Editor. The first tool is called AI Recompose, which does exactly as the name implies. It will automatically adjust the photo to give you the best composition. What's really cool is depending on the shot, it will give you different aspect ratio options along with the option to apply a filter, so you can select the photo or photos that are best suited for the style that you're going for. The next tool is Enhanced Clarity, which uses AI to upscale images that are lower quality. It's a bit hit or miss, so use it sparingly. However, when it works, it definitely makes a difference. AI Eraser is a tool like we've seen on other smartphones. However, the processing on the Find X8 Ultra is easily one of the best, especially for removing large crowds of people. But it's also great at removing objects from images like light poles, cars, and more. Definitely try it out. Next up, we have Unblur, which is pretty self-explanatory. Just like Enhanced Clarity, it's a bit hit or miss, but when it works great. Lastly, there's Remove Reflections, which does a great job at removing glare from windows, sunglasses, or even the water. This came in clutch so many times when I was exploring China. Another really cool feature is inside the editor under the crop section. Of course, there are several aspect ratio options that you probably expect already, but if you scroll all the way to the end, you'll see an option for Cinematic Crop, which more or less crops a photo to a wide aspect ratio similar to X-Pan. Ever since I discovered it, I've been using it a ton. I love how the images come out after cropping them in the cinematic crop mode. Another useful feature is the ability to convert HDR videos into a more compatible Rec. 709 format, which is more widely accepted and viewable on nearly every device out there, and you can do it right on your phone. This setting is located under the More tab when viewing videos inside the gallery. Just tap on Convert to Compatible Format and let it process. And the best part is you get two different video files, one with the original HDR format and then one in the new compatible format. The last thing that I want to talk about is the built-in video editor, which offers several useful tools, and thanks to the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, the performance is excellent during the edit. To access it, simply find a clip and tap Edit. From here, you can do all the usual things like trim and crop. You can also apply a few built-in effects or even add music. You can also slow down high frame rate footage like the 4K 120 frames per second video you shot on the 1X or 3X cameras. I also want to throw this out there. If you choose to use a third-party app for all of your editing needs, the Find X8 Ultra is a powerhouse in that aspect as well. I've edited videos in CapCut and raw photos in Lightroom, and the performance was top-notch. Okay, so that's a wrap. I'm officially back at home from China, and let me tell you, that was an experience of a lifetime. Huge shout out to Oppo once again for inviting me out and letting me try out the brand new Find X8 Ultra. I love this phone. I'll be doing a lot more content on it on TikTok and Instagram, so make sure to follow me over there. I'll post samples as well as several camera comparisons that I don't think you're gonna wanna miss. Also, if you found this video beneficial, go ahead and drop it a like, subscribe for more content just like this, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next one.